Now we need to take care of this text element, this one. We are practically creating this part. Now we have to make sure that this text element of any modification to be made in this image part. Do not provide anything, just left it empty, but just create this div class and its core relevant image that has to be modified. We are going to index.html, and here in this right part we are introducing the h3 tag. Now if we get back to our project and reload, we can see that this is the h3 header tag that is being executed over here. Stay organic everyday. We need to now customize this text h3, this header tag h3, and that is why we have to get back to stylesheet.css, copy this class name, paste it here and customize this h3. So we are writing here as, and all we need to do, we need to get to the top and we need to copy this font family, sail regular that we have generated off the internet. As we have seen in our previous tutorial, a tutorial link is given in the following description link. I would like to request you to please go through that particular tutorial entitled as how to generate web embedded font by using online font generators. Now back to the point, we are now getting back to our point, and here we are just referring as 45 pixels. Now suppose that if I use line height thing here, then all we need to do, we need to write here the line height, which is 150 pixels as we have stated. Now all I'm doing here, I'm just stating here this font family. Now have a look at it. Just get back to your project and reload, and you can see that the proper size of this font and the font family and the line height all have been issued in this single statement. This is the another method by which you can represent both the font family here, the size of the font and the line height of the font. Now if you don't want to use this line height, just strike it off and go back and reload, and you can see that there's no line height, only the font size and the font family is been represented over here. Now you just come down and let's have a padding top, which I think should be given as 150 pixels, but before that we need to comment off this imposed height over here, so that is what we are doing. Now get back to your project and reload, and you can see that this is now the padding top which is imposed in this h3 header tag, as we have customized it with a padding top of 150 pixels. Now in the similar pattern, there is another thing that has been written over here. It is the fresh flowers for you. So all we need to do, we need to introduce another tag here. Now this time I am using this h4 tag, and now I am going to write this one, fresh flowers for you. Now just press Ctrl S, get back to your project and reload, and you see that fresh flowers for you has been introduced over here. Now all you need to do, we need to customize this h4 tag too, and it is just appearing under this banner holder central box right part. As we can see here, this is the banner holder central box right part, and under this div we are having an h3 tag and h4 header tag. So all we need to do, we need to customize both of them. We have customized the h3 tag so far. Now it's time to customize this h4 tag. So I'm just providing the font size over here, and it is, suppose I am just mentioning it as 35 pixels or 40 pixels, whatever you wish, depends upon your project. Color, you need to mention the color. It was white over there, so we are providing white color, and the same thing goes for this one too. Both of them are white color here, so we will be providing this white color. Now just press Ctrl S and get back to your project, and you see that Stay Organic Everyday and Fresh Flowers for You, both of them are appearing in the right place but in a different manner. First of all, just discard of this background in this part. We are just discarding of this background now. We are getting rid of it unless we want to understand the appearance. Now this is the appearance so far, and we have to reduce this font size, which should be 35 pixels. Now I think that this particular phrase, Fresh Flowers for You, those should be moved a little bit towards left. So we need to provide a margin left, and this time I am just applying a negative margin over here, which is minus 20 pixels. So if we press Ctrl S and reload this page, we see that this Fresh Flowers for You phrase, it has shifted a little bit towards left. All we need to increase this margin a little bit, almost twice of the value as it is now in the present, a little bit of more, for say 70 pixels. And there it is. Now it is almost in its position. Fresh Flowers for You. Both of them are now looking alike. Now another thing, we need to provide a certain amount of text shadow. As we can see that here is a text shadow which is lying over here in both the cases. So all we need to do, we need to provide a text shadow. So this is the horizontal offset position, this is the vertical offset position, this is the radius of blurriness which I set to 0 pixels, and this will be the color, this will be the color of the blurriness, which is black. Now if we just reload, and we can see that horizontal and vertical drop shadow is been imposed into this Stay Organic Everyday phrase, and but if we look into our template, we can see that it is not too much visible. It is a little bit of hazy. It's a little bit of hazy right over here. So all we need to do, we need to make it a little bit of hazy, and that is why what we are going to do, we are going to introduce the bit value that we have read in our previous tutorial. The link to that tutorial is also been given in the description. You may check out that tutorial first. Now all we need to do, we need to just provide this RGB value over here, and it is as 0 for the red channel, 0 for the green channel, 0 for the blue channel, no color information at all, and the value of alpha channel should be 0.5. that means half of its previous opacity will be observed over here. Now if we press Ctrl S and get back to our project and reload, we can see now that the drop shadow is now a little bit of less opaque, it is a little bit of transparent, and it is executing a total value of 0.5 actually of its previous value. So this is how we can make it. Another thing, if we look into our template, we can see that these words, they have a little bit of less spacing, but these words have a little bit of increased spacing. So that is why we need to decrease the spacing between each things. So this time we are going to introduce a new syntax which is known as word spacing, and I am providing the value as -4 pixels. So word spacing will be at a value of -4 pixels. So what will be happening, we can see now that the word spacing is now a little bit of reduced. So make this spacing a little bit of more congested. I provided the value of -6 pixels, and we can see that now the spacing between each individual words, they are now reduced, they are now compact in a compact form, and we can see that this thing actually matches with our template. So the next thing is we need to generate this font, and you know how to generate this embedded font. As we have told you previously that the link to that tutorial has been given to the description. You may just go to that tutorial and you may see how to generate web embedded fonts of the internet using some different online font generator. Another thing that we are missing here, this is the last thing that we are going to know from this tutorial, is about to make some amendments with this opacity level. So we can see that this is the image here. We have introduced a particular image here. This is the image source. This is not actually the background image. So all we need to do, we need to now see that it has a opacity level. This is another crucial syntax in case of CSS3 coding, that we are mentioning that the opacity is 1. That means this image will be displayed with its full feature and in a full opaque condition. Copying this class name again, and I am now placing it over here, and I am introducing this thing hover, and I am saying that the opacity level should be 0.6. What happens next? You see that whenever I am hovering this mouse inside this image, the image is getting less opaque and it is getting transparent. So this is what you can do in a reverse way. You may provide this opacity level as a 0.6, and on hovering condition it will be transformed into full of its opacity. So just get back to your project, reload, and you can see now that this image is transparent, but on hovering the mouse inside we can see that this image is now getting what? Getting prominent. So that's the scope of this tutorial. In the next tutorial we are going to learn about how to building on this horizontal menu and correlated things. We are going to know about it, such as the drop down list, how to create these drop down lists, and how to provide alternative colors to these menu items. So guys, if you liked our video, do not forget to hit that red subscribe button, and if you liked our video, do not forget to share this video or like it or make a comment on it. Hope to see you guys in the next tutorial. Till then, bye.